सर ते कालचं मीटिंग मध्ये ना शेवटी काहीतरी रेकॉर्ड नाही झाले, बरोबर बघावं लागेल.
नाही झालेलं आहे का?
माझ्या मागच्या याचं मी तुम्हाला नंतर दाखवतो.
ओके ओके, विल चेक.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss payroll module. So payroll, leave management, and biometric. These are the three connected modules: leave management, payroll, and biometric. Okay, so we had seen biometric in the last training session. Today we will see payroll. So payroll, we have payroll masters. So employee payment section. So here we add the sections which are there for the payment, like there could be non-teaching, secondary, primary, pre-primary, and this is one school where there are two accounts, WWS and LLP. So you get the reports as per the sections, like what is the total salary which is paid to the non-teaching section employees, what is the total salary paid to the secondary section employees, and what is the difference month by month. All those things can be done if we have mapped the employees to the payment sections. Okay, so this is the first master which we fill. This increment year is not relevant to the schools.
स्क्रीन शेअर नाही आहे.
Sorry. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the payroll module, biometric module, biometric, payroll, and leave management. These three are connected. Okay. So last session we had seen biometric module. Now we will try to discuss the payroll module. The payroll module, first we go to the payroll masters. So first master is employee payment section. So the employees are mapped to the respective employee payment sections. Like there are non-teaching staffs, there are employees which are teaching secondary stream, there are teachers who are teaching primary stream. So if we have mapped it like this, the management can have a report where they can get to know what is the salary paid to the non-teaching staff, what is the payment salary paid to the employees or the teachers who are teaching secondary standards, and they can also compare month by month what is the salary figures. So we can make it on off if we don't require these sections. Suppose we can make them inactive. Now the second one is this increment year, which is currently not required. Generally, whenever an increment is given, so we can add the details here. So currently none of the schools is using that. Then we add the month. So this is to be filled only once. Whatever our calendar months are there, that we need to fill, and their display name. Then partial salary summary also. Certain times the schools, by the end of the financial year, they do not pay, or they are unable to pay the full salary. Okay, because of a number of reasons. So that time they pay the partial salary. Okay, so if you have anything like that for your school, then you can set the settings here in this. Okay, installment number, description, what is the amount of partial salary, 50%, 60%, 70, 80, or sorry, 80, 20, like that, you can set it here. Okay, so 80% you are paying now, and 20% will be paid whenever the financial amount, means the amount is made available by the is available to the school. Now this pay band is also generally not followed in the schools. This is a pay commission. We can enter the pay commissions which we are following in the school. Like one of them could also be a consolidated. There are certain employees which are on a consolidated salary. Okay, until they are confirmed as the permanent employees, then their particular commission starts. Okay, so you can add it here. Simply you have to add a name and you can save it. Then there is a pay matrix. This is also not relevant to the schools. Then bank master. So all the relevant banks you can add. So you can click on this add bank. Already all the banks which are there available are added. In case the bank which is required is not available in this, you can go and add a new bank from here. Okay, you can directly add, or you can add from the supermaster, that is EPS. Then salary certificate reason. So this is this can be filled if you are allowing them any kind of salary certificates. So reasons mean, suppose for loan they want, a loan also could be a number of types. Home loan, you can add. Okay, accordingly you can add the different reasons for which the employees may ask for the salary slips or salary certificate. Salary certificate status. So approved, rejected, and in process. These are the three things which we have added. Then salary month we add. Okay, so this is what we will have to add on a regular basis. Like currently it's February, March month is going on. So here we have not added. Okay, we have added only till March 2024. Okay, so when the March is over, then we'll have to add the next month. So you can add it like this, April 2024. So this what I added is completely customizable. Whatever you want, you can add. Then you can enter the dates. Then number of days is 31. Month is March. And again, the year is 21. Okay. Now is partial salary. These are one toggle. Partial salary, which I had already explained to you, that rule will be applicable whatever 80-20 or 70-30, whatever you have defined. Now is the last month for extra tax. So now here, generally what happens, if suppose income tax is to be deducted, that all is adjusted in this month. Same way, traveling allowance also, when uniformly distributed for 11 months, there is some figure of I think 240 rupees, and there is some extra amount which is given in the last month. Okay, so that it is made to 2,700 or something like that. 240 into 11 is some amount plus 300. So if that if this March is the last month, then you can check this checkbox. Okay, so generally that is the case. So you can check the checkbox and you can save it. Okay. Or that actually that we can ask the school whatever month they are using for the adjustment. That month can be taken as the last month. Now year also you can add 2024 and 2023 also. For the previous year we could have added, but now we are into 2024, so we are not adding it. Okay, so now we come to the main core part of it. So first is what we have to add is the component type, salary component type. So generally there are two types of components, earning and deduction. Okay, like earning means DA, HRA, basics, grade pay, TA, CLA. Okay, other earnings, all those things are termed as earning, where the salary is given to the employee, and there are certain things like Sampata Sanstha deductions, or if you have taken a loan, or you are TDS, tax deducted out, so that is income tax, that is all coming under deductions. Okay, so these two components categories we need to add. If you have any other, you can add the third one. Then we go to the salary components. Okay, So please remember, I will repeat this again 2-3 times, that this grade pay which is there, grade pay, grade, yes. So this grade pay is must, even if the new school comes to you and they say that we don't have any grade K as the component, but still you should add a grade pay as a essential component which is required for our system. Okay, you can add it at 0, and you can also means we have already done the development that salary slip will not have the components which have 0 amount. Okay, so it will display only those amounts which have values. Okay, so that is already done. But I am again repeating that this grade pay has to be added as a component, and if it is not required, you can add 0 as the amount in case of while defining the salary must. Okay, so whenever you add a component, there are certain things which you need to decide on. This is rule applicable. Okay, so suppose this component is such that there is a rule which has to be applied, then you can check this checkbox. Okay, a rule will be available for you to apply. Now, when after defining, then is scaling applicable? Scaling means whether you are applying some kind of scaling, like whatever amount is there, that is scaled down or up, and is not for calculation. So that salary component is just for display and it's not going to come in the calculation, something like that. Okay, so an active. So generally, whenever you add, you can just keep this as active, and all other things are means you can modify afterwards. If you come to know that a rule is required for that, you can come back here and you can change the settings. Now this another thing is add to employee current salary master. If the rule applicable, add rules from the map salary rule to the component and update current salary master. Now, what is this? Suppose you get a new school. Now you create an employee master. Employee master means what? We have created, added all the components, defined all the rules, and now we have also created salary master. So salary master is what is one. So what is the basic which he is getting? Okay, what is the DA? What is HRA? So this salary master we make once. Okay, as long as there is no updation in the salary terms, like there is an increment after some time, maybe his basic will increase, so that time we can go for a second revision. Okay, so now this salary master is made, suppose till 1 month everything was going fine. Now the management is saying that we need to add one more component here. So suppose Patasanstha deduction, suppose, or Patasanstha donations, like there is some X amount which is going from the salary to some charitable work. Okay, so that is a compulsory made by the management. Suppose something is there like that. Now we did not add it while creating the salary masters initially. So we can go, you can add the component, and since the salary masters have already been created, we'll have to check this checkbox. Okay, so that that new component which was not added earlier, now it is added after the salary masters are created. It should go and set here. That means it should be available for you use. Okay, so if you don't click this checkbox, then it will not be available. Okay, so that means you want it to be used in the next revision. Okay, like suppose if you go here, you can add a new salary master. So when you click on this here, that component will be available, but not in the previous salary masters if you don't select this checkbox. Okay, fine. So this is about the components. Okay, salary components. Now once you have added the components, you go to the salary rule master. Okay, so I will explain the percentage of basic example. Likewise, there are other examples also, like percentage of basic. So this is one of the rules. Like if you see here, generally the DA is in terms of percentage of basic, HRA is in terms of the percentage of basic. Okay, suppose if you see here, there are three rules. Okay, this school has got 3 rules. Some employees get the DA as percentage of 34% of the basic. Some employees who are senior and they are different pay scale, they get 75% of the basic as the DA. Some of the employees get 85% of the DA basic as the DA. Okay. So accordingly, suppose I apply this rule, and if I save, the amount will be calculated. So this 15,746 is nothing but 34% of this amount. Okay, so you can create as many rules are there in your school. Okay, so first basic thing is that you have to add this percentage of basic. Now then we'll add the values in the next step. Same way there is a rule of professional tax. Okay, same way there is a rule of PF and the travel allowance. Okay, so these 4 rules are applicable, and there are other rules also. If they are applicable, you can add them here. Okay, so in case of rules, this is the first step. No, you need to add, and while adding, please make sure that you add exactly like this. Don't add any space, unnecessary space in between or after or before. Okay, so these are coming from the developers. They have used these things for their coding. Okay, so if those things are not mapped, then the rules will not work. The after salary rule master, second thing is salary rule master offering. So here what we do, we create those rules like percentage of basic. Now I want 85% rule, 75% rule, 34% rule. Suppose I want another 65% rule. So I can go and create it. I can select percentage of basic, just you put 65 here. Okay, all other values are not required. You can just say a rule is added here. Okay. Same way, professional tax, there are 2 rules. One is for the ladies, one is for the males. Okay. So male rule is this one. Till 10,000, there is a sorry, 10,000, 7,500 to 10,000. There is one 750. Sorry. 175 rupees as actually ये गलत हो गया है 175 175 rupees as the professional tax. When it is processed 10,000, then 200 rupees is there, and below 7,500, if that is the uh, basic, then there is no professional tax. Okay, so this is how that rule is defined. Same way for ladies, the rule is till 10,000 and above there is 200 rupees. Below 10,000 there is no professional tax. For males, there was a range 7,500 to 10,000. There is 175 rupees, and about 10,000. So like this, these rules are there, which are available from the government, and they are made available here like this. Okay, so you can also configure or customize any other rule which is used by the schools. Okay, even some of the schools go for, there is a new updation in the professional tax that for ladies till 25,000 as the basic, there is no professional tax. About 25,000, there is 200 rupees. Okay, so that limit is increased for them. Same way, there is a rule for PF. There are several rules for PF. So this is the one of the rules which this school is using. Okay. Then traveling allowance rule. Okay. So 5,400, 4,400. So these are the limits, and what are the values of the traveling allowance given. Okay. So explanation is available. There are documents available for this. Okay, but you can come and set here salary rule of. So this is the second. The first step is adding the relevant rule, then adding the values to it, and the third one is mapping that rule to a particular component. Okay, so see here, DA, dearness allowance, can be calculated by using these rules. Okay, so now we had added one more 65 rule, so that we can map it like this. You can go to that component here and select that rule of 65. This just now we had created. Okay, so now currently if you see, that rule is not available here. Okay, there are only 3 rules. Now when I add that rule, now here when I map, it will be available there as well. Okay, अभी यहाँ पे मैं close करता हूँ. When I go here, okay, see this 65 rule is also available now. Okay. So this is the most important and difficult step to understand. Salary rule, addition of salary rule, then offering it, and then mapping it to a particular component. Okay, so that it is available in the salary master. So wherever the component where we had checked the checkbox that rule is applicable, beside that this option will come. Okay, so professional tax, there are 2 rules, as I told you, one for female, one for male. Okay, so accordingly, depending on the gender of the employee, you can select the relevant rule from here. Okay, same way PF, there is one rule which is applicable. Okay, so instead of calculating, it calculates automatically. Okay, same way here you can have this rule. Okay, now what is the advantage of applying the rules? Suppose I modify this to say 48,000. Okay, and फिर से लगाना पड़ेगा क्या? Update. Okay, update नहीं हुआ क्या? I think it should happen now. Okay, so you need not calculate again, it automatically calculates. 16,320. 16,320 क्यों आ रहा है वहां में? 65. Okay, fine. So the amount gets automatically calculated and you can update it. Okay, so any doubts still here? Other things are easy. You need to just fill the details in those masters, like salary month, add karna hai, component, status, and all those things. But these 3 things are critical: salary, salary component, salary rule master offering, and mapping salary rule to the component. Okay. So
उर्मिला,
once this
सुजाता, क्लियर आहे का तुम्हाला हे?
सर तो एक पॉइंट पुन्हा सांगा ना, हा सॅलरी रूल मास्टर ऑफरिंगचा.
offerings are okay.
हो.
See what the developer has done. Whenever you add a new rule, okay, so all the rules which we have added, percentage of basic, professional tax rule, PF rule, and travel allowance rule. Okay, so these rules which we added in the previous step, they will be available here. Okay, there are a number of other rules also. PF, there are 3-4 different rules. Okay, so we for this school require only one of the rules. Okay, whatever they are following, like they add basic plus DA, and on that some percentage of it is given as a PF. Okay, generally it is 1800. So that is calculated like this. Okay, same way there are different rules like professional tax kaise calculate karte, how you calculate travel allowance depending on the basics. Okay, so if we take in this example percentage of basic. Now what does this mean? A percentage of basic will be calculated. Okay, and that will be applied as a rule for calculation of some component. Okay, so percentage of basic, if I select, now suppose I want suppose 55% of this basic, okay, as a rule to be applied to a particular component. Okay, so I added this rule. म्हणजे काय करेल तो की जो बेसिक अमाउंट आहे इथे तुम्ही गेलात, when you go to the salary master, Arati Soni, see here basic added is 48,000. Okay, now suppose I have certain employees in my school which are paid DA at 55% of this basic. Okay, so I should have a rule Okay, currently I have 34% of basic, 65% of basic, 75% and 85%. Now I have certain employees who are paid at the rate of 55% of the basic. So there is no rule here. So I will go here and I'll add. So I added this as a rule. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. For these rules, PF rules and all, there are documents available from the developer. Okay. So if we go into that details, it will take half an hour more to explain. So whenever those things are required, there are ready-made things available to you. What values to be put here? Like there is a limit of 15,000. Below that, there is some other value. Above that, there is 1,800 rupees. Okay. Like if the basic is below 15,000, then 12% of that amount will be paid as the PF. And above 15,000 and above, it will be 1,800. Like if you calculate 12% of 15,000, it comes 1,800. Okay. So for all the basics, where the people are getting 15,000 and above, they are applied flat 1,800 rupees as the PF to be deducted. Okay. For all the amounts below 15,000 till certain limit, there will be exact 12% of that particular amount. म्हणजे 15,000 पेक्षा खाली असेल त्याची सॅलरी, समजा 13,000 आहे तर 13,000च्या 12% किती होतं ते इथे व्हॅल्यू येणार. ठीक आहे. तर तो असं त्यांनी कोडिंग केलेलं आहे डेव्हलपरने बॅकएंडला. ठीक आहे. तर इथे व्हॅल्यूज
हार्ड कोड आहे का सर?
हार्ड कोड म्हणजे ह्या व्हॅल्यूज चेंज करता येतात सर आपल्याला.
करता येतं का?
येस येस. Suppose I put it as the 13 here, the values will be calculated accordingly.
ओके ओके.
म्हणजे आता इथे सपोज लॉस आता इथे हा 1,800 का आलाय बिकॉज दिस अमाउंट इज 48,000. इफ सपोज आई रिड्यूस इट टू say 13,000, so this amount will be 12% of the 13,000.
Okay. So rule get applied here.
Update. I think
No, nothing is changed.
बरोबर चेंज नाही झालं त्याचं. 13,000 UPF. Okay, sorry. So this is total ना, this plus this. So आता याचा रूल काढतो मी आणि here I will just add 1,000 rupees. Okay, so now it will change. बघा 1680 झालं. Because it will calculate 14,000 multiplied by 0.112 होता ना. 1680. That is the amount. Okay, so these are established rules from the government and our developers have made it available in the form of this. So these values are used in the backend, like value 1, value 2, value 3, like this. Say for professional tax rule, like I just explained you, they must have coded like 10,000 is the figure. If you have a value of basic as about 10,000, then you will get 200 rupees as the professional tax. If it is less than that and greater than 7,500, it will be 175 for males. For females, it will not have any value below 10,000, up to 10,000. Okay. Certain schools have the updated rule. Like current rule is 25,000 tak kuch nahi hai tax, ladies ko, professional tax. But this school is not using that updated rule.
Okay.
Zeal schools are using that. 25,000 hai, 25,000 tak koi professional tax nahi hai. About 25,000, 200 rupees will be deducted. So they must have coded like if it is value, if the basic is below or equal to value 1, then no tax. If it is greater than value 1, then this is the tax. Value 2 is the tax. Something like that they must have coded.
Okay. So these rules vary from school to school, right?
Yes. Yeah. So like Wisdom World School, they are also using traveling allowance rule, but none of the colleges are also using this.
Right.
VIIT, none of them are using. They are manually entering that figure here
That fixed. That is fixed.
in TA. Yes, means fixed means it will be fixed for say 6 to 8 months till
Right.
that certain things are changed. But they are asking us to make this rule, so we have shared the details with them with Rina.
Okay.
She and Vishali will code it
Okay.
accordingly. So now the next thing is, so this only thing. So when this they will do this once, it will be means they will be able to relate more.
Okay.
Now once you do this, the next thing is you come to this salary master. So these figures are available to you from the school, or school actually should do this. So suppose Amit Gondwani case I take. Here, one thing which we should ensure that these things which are there: designation, gender, account number, and there are certain other things. Tell you. So, employee payroll info. So if you go here, there are certain things which are must. Otherwise, the payroll model will not work. This email ID is required. Generally, this is used for sending the payslip. Then account information is required because you are going to credit the salary into the account. Okay, same way, bank name is required, IFSC code is required, then date of birth, then employee type, employee section. These are the things which are must. Otherwise, certain reports will not work. Some things will work, some things will not work. Sometimes okay, like this gender, if the gender is not there, then professional tax rule cannot be applied. Machine will not understand which rule to apply. Okay, so that you can check from here. Edit employee profile. Okay, so here the gender is there. If the gender is not defined, you can come to this page and you can define it and save. Okay. Otherwise, even if you fill this salary master, the things will not work. So suppose basic I add as 35,000. Then you add a rule. Suppose 65,000 per rule here. Then you add the HRA rule 34%. Then ट्रैवलिंग अलाउंस का रूल लगता है कि लेट अस सी, नहीं लग रहा है, ठीक है 240 can be removed. There are links. The tax rule is you can apply. This notify का rule लगाएंगे and this rule can be applied. Okay. So once you add this, you can click on create. Okay. And income tax, suppose income tax is there around 3,500. Other deductions based on the expired. Okay. Create, it gets created. Okay. So if you have two versions, you can use this toggle to make one of them inactive. The latest one by default will be active. So once the payroll masters are done, this is the biggest step which takes maximum time of the accountant to fill in detail the salary masters of all the employees. Okay, so once this is done, this is once in a while activity. Once this is done, then the next things are easy. Now, once the employee salary master is verified, you come to this page, employee monthly attendance. Okay, so employee monthly attendance, you go to the particular month. Suppose February month jayenge hum. You can come to that employee, or you can select all the employees. I can show you that. See, so here you can add the attendance manually, if the biometric and leave management are not integrated with the payroll model. If they are integrated, then as we had discussed in the last session, when you sync the biometric information, okay, like we had discussed this feature here, copy payroll, okay, in the last session we had discussed February. So when you sync this option, when you use, okay, so all the calculations are done along with the leave management and biometric and all those things, all the rules, late come, early out, and all those things, they are calculated, and a figure is reached of the attendance, and that attendance is synced to this page. Okay, so automatically a value will come here, and the salary registers will be generated for that month. Now, currently we are doing it manually because it is not integrated. Amit Gondawani. So suppose his attendance is around say 27. Okay, so you can save it. Okay, so once you do this, the salary register will be generated for this one. Salary, payroll, salary register. Okay, so this is the salary register. Amit Gondawani. Okay, so see, this February month is available because January month we did not add the attendance. Okay, so here also you can update the things if you want. You can directly come to this salary register page. You can add, update the things, and you can change and update the change. These rules also can be changed from here. Okay, so this is the step which we can do every month, and you can also copy the things from the previous month. Okay, so salary monthly calculations, यहाँ पे मार्च मंथ का है. Okay, sorry, February month register. Okay. See here, copy from salary master to register. तो अभी अगर किसी एम्प्लॉय का आपको सैलरी मास्टर से कॉपी करना है, तो आप कॉपी फ्रॉम द सैलरी मास्टर टू द रजिस्टर. तो सेम थिंग विल बी कॉपीड एंड कॉपी फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस सैलरी मास्टर रजिस्टर. यानी कि पीछे के मंथ में आपने अगर सैलरी रजिस्टर में कुछ चेंजेस किए थे यहाँ पे, which will not reflect in the salary master, but some changes you had done here. Okay, some rules you had changed or some amount you had changed. So that you want to copy to the next month. So that time you can use this feature here. Okay. And once the salary registers of all the employees are generated, or the relevant employees are generated, you can go to this setting. Okay. So here you can release the salary. Okay, you can block some employee salaries, or you can block the salary slip or release the salary slip. Okay, some schools they give the salary, but they do not give the slips every month. Whenever somebody needs, they will apply, and that time they will get the slips. So if that is the case, then you can block the salary slips for all the employees, and as and when somebody comes, that time only you can unblock and take a print of those particular employees salary slips. Okay, so currently if we release the salary status in this, okay, so this is one step, and one more step is freeze and freeze. Okay, so suppose a particular month is over now, 5 days are over, you have done all the calculations. Now the accountant feels that none of the things should be changed even accidentally. Okay, so that time he goes here and he can freeze the things. Okay, so once this toggle is on, that the salary is freezed, even if you do any changes in the salary registers of that particular month, okay, nothing will change in the bank advice, okay, which has to be sent to the bank for salary credit. Okay, so once you do this, you can go and check this employee's payslip also. Okay, so this employee was 101056. 1056 bypass करेंगे 1056. Okay, so payroll, they will have a role here, employee, and go to the February and fetch here. Okay, so this is the salary slip with all the details, and they can, this is available in their own account. They can take a print anytime they want. Okay. Let's see. So this is how it looks. Okay. Fine. This is the only activity is available under payroll to the employees, that they can see their salary slip in their account. Everything else is done by the accountant. Okay, now we'll see certain reports which are available. This is a bank advice report. So January, employee section WWS. This is the report of bank. The bank which is used by, this is a school bank. Okay. Salary register for this month. So some of the employees things are not there. Okay. So like this, to the manager, Kotak Mahindra Bank, transfer salary for the month of January. So this is customizable. This is one of the schools which wants it in this fashion. Kindly transfer this much amount to the following account numbers against the check. Okay. So this is the check of our school dated such in that day, and these are the details of the employees. Like Aarti Soni has a bank account in Axis Bank, and this is the account number. Okay, so this is called as a bank advice, which is given to the manager of our bank, which will do these credits to the respective accounts. Okay, so this also can be exported because you need to give this in soft copy also to the bank. Okay, so that can be exported as well. Okay. Fine. So only 2 employees are reflecting because we generated the salary registers of only 2 employees for this purpose. Okay. So this is the first report, which is generally used for sending it to the bank. Now there are certain things which help us to keep a track, like all employee salary master is this page. Suppose employee type, non teaching लेंगे यहाँ पे, designation जाएंगे, 7 पे का लेना है हमको से, pitch करेंगे इसका आया नहीं. So like this, like what we saw while creating salary masters, we could see only one at a time. Here you will get the salaries masters of all the people. जिनका जिनका भी created है सबका आएगा यहाँ पे. All the details you can see. Okay. You can compare who is getting how much and all those things if you want to see. Okay. You can verify also whether the proper amounts for the different components are being paid to the different means respective employees or not. Okay. So that is the report here. All employees salaries master. Then employee shift. So this employee shift is nothing but like if you have 2 shifts, you can add morning, evening, something like that. That is the purpose. Freeze and freeze we had seen. This employee, okay, sorry, one more thing I forgot, this employee attendance. Now here, instead of manually entering it one by one here, if you are doing it manually, you can also import it. Okay, so there is a import option available. So you can just add the employee code and the number of days, and you can add it. Employee code, which are exactly the codes which are there inside our system, and you can add the attendance, and you can import this file here. Okay, so automatically the things will be imported and you can just go and save it. Below there is a this thing available, save and update. When you do this, the things will get saved. Okay, and payroll summary, import employee payroll info. Now these fields which are available, again, if suppose there are 10 employees who have joined new and their information has to be filled, so one by one filling it may be time consuming. So you can directly go here, you can download the format, add the required and compulsory fields, and then you can import it. Okay, so it will get imported. Monthly salary basic summary report, January ka or employees ka. Okay, so this is one format which is available. Employee type, section, employee designation, and all the components along with the net salary and all those things. And there is a like sign. This is what generally we see in the schools. Once the salary is credited, they need to sign that it has been credited in my account, something like that. This is required for the select visits by various agencies. They may need to produce this in front of them. Then monthly patient summary report too. This is another kind of report which was asked by the school, that is also made available. Okay, I think this is college format only. Okay, same way, monthly patient summary report. This is another one. Employee section is the special report. Okay, so here you can accordingly make inactive the things which are not required. Suppose I don't want section, so that section column can be removed. Designation also I don't want. Okay. So accordingly you can use it. You can also print. Then the useful report is this payroll report, where you can select the things which you want. Okay, and the sequence in which you select, in that sequence only it will get added. For month is January, let to separate, and suppose employee code I want. Okay, then I want the full name. Then I want suppose joining date. Okay, so in this sequence only it will come. Then I want gross salary, gross deductions, and net salary. And after that I want the account number, bank account number, then bank name and the suppose I paycheck. Okay, so it will come in that sequence only. See, employee code, full name, then joining date, and all those things. Okay, so you can create customized report the way you want it. If the previous reports are not helping you, you can come here and you can generate your customized report. And pay sheet summary report, this is another report which helps you to get how much section wise salary is being paid January ke month ke liye. Okay, so there we had detailed. Now here we'll have WWS में teaching non teaching में कितना salary गया है, the total salary and all these things, like this it comes. Okay, so I hope I have covered everything. Yes. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Umesh sir.
सर एक मिनिट, आप ज्ञानेश सर एक मिनिट.
Yes, yes.